So, you want to start making $10,000 per month trading with prop firms. And for most people who start trading, that is the goal to make the 10K per month consistently, trading with prop firms, and then put that into a live account and start trading that and building that. But here's the problem: most traders have no profitable trading strategy and no prop firm plan to actually use a strategy with and start taking payouts. And that's the reason why most traders can't hit that 10K per month consistently. They lose every week and they pull no money out of prop firms whatsoever. They've got no profitable strategy, no prop firm plan to use a strategy with, and every week they waste money on prop firm challenges and evals, and they end up blowing up every single week, week in, week out. And that's exactly what I'm going to be breaking down in today's video. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down and showing you a profitable trading strategy that I use day in, day out to get consistent results with trading. But not only that, an easy to follow prop firm plan that you can use with the trading strategy that I'm about to show you and start making them 10K months. Because let's be honest, the only way for you to start making consistent gains in the market is by having these two things. You need a profitable trading strategy first that works, and I'm going to show you that today. But I'm also going to be showing you how to use that with a prop firm plan, for example, scaling the right way and building accounts the right way. Because when you have these two things, that's when the payouts come and that's when the consistency comes. Without one of these two things, there's zero payouts. You can have a profitable trading strategy and no prop firm plan and not get payouts. And you can also have a easy to follow prop firm plan with no profitable strategy, and again, you're not going to be getting payouts. And I'm going to break all this down for you today. I'm going to be showing you a very simple 3-step trading strategy that you can take into your trading today, start seeing more consistent results. But I'm also going to be showing you the prop firm scaling plan that I use for myself and for the guys in my mentorship, that when these two things are combined, that's when you're going to start seeing them consistent payouts. And then you can start scaling just for yourself into that 10K month that most traders aim for. When most traders start trading, they go, if I can just make 5, 10K per month with prop firms, that is the goal. And then I can start scaling live capital. But like I say, you need to get to that 10K per month first, and then you can start scaling and putting that into a live account. And, you know, a few of you might be thinking to yourself, why should I be listening to this guy? Why should I be listening to this guy on my screen here and this guy sipping a coffee in Thailand? Why should I even bother listening to what he says? Well, I'm going to be honest. I've made over 100K with prop firms within the last 12 months. I've made over 100K, like 110, 120K in the last 12 months with prop firms alone. And these here are only a few payouts that I've actually had, but I just thought I'd put some in there just to show you. But yeah, I've had over 100K in prop firm payouts within the last 12 months. So when I tell you I know what I'm talking about to get to that 10K plus per month, I know what I'm talking about. And the way to do that is by having a profitable trading strategy first and foremost, and then having a prop firm plan and a scaling plan that you can use to actually build to that 10K per month, because it's not as simple as just buy accounts, make 10K, on to the next month where I'm going to make 10K again. It doesn't work like that. So I'm going to be showing you these two things. It's going to be more of a longer video, so make sure you watch this from start to finish, because you can't just watch the strategy part here. You can't just think to yourself, I'm going to watch the strategy part here and go away and start making money. No, you need to watch the strategy part first, which is the first half of the video, and then you need to watch the prop firm plan and scaling prop firms correctly to actually get consistent payouts. Because like I've already said, without one of these, you're not going to make consistent gains. So watch this video all the way through from start to finish, write some notes down as I'm talking and playing it out, and let's get straight into it. Because like I say, if you can understand these two things, you're going to be able to start getting payouts just for yourself. So the first thing I'm actually going to go through is this. I'm going to show you a simple, easy to follow prop firm trading strategy that can get you very consistent results. Because most of you here who aren't reaching consistent gains or not even getting one payout right now, you've obviously got no trading strategy. This is you here. You're coming into the markets trying to make consistent money, and guess what? You've got no profitable trading strategy and no prop firm plan, and these are the two things that's stopping you from making that desired 10K per month, which most traders want, okay? And the main thing that you need is a simple step-by-step plan to follow, because 99% of traders who come into the market overcomplicate it, have indicators everywhere, 10 different mentors telling them what to do, and they're just confused. And what does that confusion do? Well, when they get onto the chart, they have no idea what they're looking for. The confusion kicks in, psychology gets bad, and they start taking random trades. And I'm going to get onto the chart now on TradingView and show you this first thing, which is no profitable trading strategy. And by the end of this video, you're going to have both of these and therefore start looking at getting them payouts just for yourself. Okay, so let's get onto the TradingView chart. And all I'm going to break down here now is a simple 3-step plan that I use and the guys in my mentorship use to take consistent 70, 80% win rate months every single month. Okay, I'm at about a 70% win rate with this strategy and this playbook setup just alone, and I'm going to break it down for you. So it's as simple as this. There's really 3 rules. Let's just write this down. There's basically just 3 rules to this strategy. And all it is to find a range, which we're going to get into all these rules anyway. I'm just writing the main rules down for you now. Is to find a range, wait for a breakout, okay? Once I found a breakout, I trade into targets. Okay? Trade into targets. And that's as simple as it is. I find my range of support and resistance in the market. Let me show you. Let's say the market is doing something like this. Okay, creating a range. And let's say that the market has created these highs, these lows, and it's created some support and resistance like so. The way that I find my range is simply looking at the most recent support and resistance here, not over here. I'm not looking at the big resistance levels and the big support levels down here because they're my targets. I'm looking at the most recent levels of support and resistance in front of me, and I'm finding my level of resistance and level of support that the market is reacting from. So to keep it simple, where is my resistance level? Well, I can clearly see that my resistance level's here. The market is acting as resistance here, here, and here, and we're acting as resistance at this level. So this is my first level. And to find a range, it's not just one level. A range is a level of resistance and a level of support where the market is consolidating in between. So I found my resistance. All I need to do to find my range now is actually find my support level. And you can see here, level of support, level of support. And the market is now consolidating within this range of support and resistance. And like I've already said, recent support and resistance, not all the way to the left here, recent support and resistance in the market that basically price is trapped between. And we need now, that's step 1. The second step would be to wait for a breakout, because that breakout is basically just going to give me the directional confirmation to trade into my targets. Like I've already mentioned, my targets are the highs and lows above and below the range, like so. Like I've already mentioned, I'm not trading. These aren't my support and resistance levels. The bigger targets or the bigger swings, they're my targets to trade into. And all I'd be waiting for now is either a break to the downside or a break to the upside. So the first stage is done. The second stage is basically me just waiting for a break and closure out of the range. And like I said, I'm just going to put breakout closure there because it is important that it is a candle closure. And we'll get into some examples in a second. So all I wait for now is either a break above. And let's say that we close to the downside like this. And I'm not just going to show you we align. I'm going to show you we a breakout candle. So let's say that we break out like so. And we'll put this in red because it would be a bearish candle. Bang, like so. This here would be an ideal breakout candle for me to now trade to the downside targets, which are just these lows here. So we've created our range, which is number 1. That's done. We've now had our breakout to the downside, which is a candle closure on the 15 and 30 to the downside. That's done. All I'm going to be looking to do now is trade into my targets, which are just these lows here. And all I would wait for is that new candle to open. Once it started pushing bearish, I'd be entered into the market and I'd be looking for this to push down on the breakout and trade into them targets to the downside. And it's as simple as that. It's a 3-step plan. I simply find my range, I wait for a liquidity grab and breakout, and I trade into these lows to the downside. Like I say, we're going to get into the liquidity grab and breakout on the real examples, but I wanted to keep the rules very simple on this diagram. Like I say, that's just a standard breakout and continuation. Very, very simple. And I'm going to get into the liquidity grab plus breakout now in the real life example. So now you know the basic 3 steps to actually enter the market. Let's get into some real life examples. And like I say, you'll see these all the time on the chart. It's not just like they set up once, they set up multiple times every single day. And I can even see one here. Okay, look at this. So what is the market doing here? Well, the market, what are the first 3 stages? Let's just bring these down so you can see the 3 steps to the plan. First rule is find a range. Okay, find a range in the market. And what am I looking at for my range? I'm looking at the recent support and resistance that price is reacting from. And I can clearly see I've got resistance here. Can you see? Look at the market. 1 second. Resistance. Bang. There's my resistance. Now, where is my support? Because I need a support and resistance to find my range. Now, let's put in the support level. I can clearly see my support, just like I mentioned on the diagram above, which was a very simple breakdown. But you can see, look, support, support. Here's my resistance. There is my range on recent price action. Remember, I'm not looking all the way here to find my range because they're my targets. The price action to the left are basically targets that I'm looking to trade into. They're not my recent levels of support and resistance that price is going to react from. So now I've found my range. All I need to wait for now is a breakout. And like I say, I kept it quite simple here, saying a breakout and a closure. That's what I need. But if we play this forward now, look at this. Have I got a breakout? Yes, I do. I have got a clear candle closure above my range. Now I've got that clear candle closure above my range. Like I say, I also like to see a liquidity grab. And what have I got here? I've got a liquidity grab. So I've got a liquidity grab here and a breakout. That's really what I want to see for my entry. But let's just keep it simple with a breakout candle to the upside. I've got my breakout candle to the upside. Step 3 is just trade into my targets, which are here. Bang. Trade into my targets. All I do is have stop loss on the range. TP can be above the liquidity, which is just them highs. And all I'm going to do now is let price run into them targets. And TP's been smashed. And that is literally all I wait for. I wait for a range to form. I then wait for a liquidity grab and breakout. Like I say, I've only got breakout on here because I want to keep it as simple as possible for you. But if you look a little bit closer, most candles that break out will take liquidity. If they don't, I just don't take the trade. But look at this. Liquidity grab. This candle came down, took liquidity, broke out to the upside, smashed these targets as we had the breakout and we traded into them targets. And on NASDAQ and gold, these setups play out and short multiple times every single day. It's not just one time they play out or one time every single day. They play out multiple times every single day. And look at this here. Like, I'm not even looking for them. You can see how clear it is. What is number 1? Have I still got my rules there? Yes, I do. What is rule number 1? I need to find my range. Bang. There's my support level. Support. Where's my resistance? It's there. Can you see? Let's just zoom in. Let's just show you. Look, resistance, resistance, support, support. There's my range. Number 1's done. Now I need to wait for a breakout. Obviously, I personally look for a liquidity grab and breakout, but you can see the concept here. Bang, breakout to the upside. So I'm looking for them buys. But what did the market do before we broke out? Look at this. Came down, grab liquidity. So if you want to start looking for the liquidity grab and breakout as well, that's absolutely fine. I've already gone through this in other videos on my YouTube, but yeah, look, liquidity grab and breakout and closure. Liquidity grab, breakout and closure. What am I going to do? Now I've had this breakout, I'm trading into the targets, which are to the left. And if we just zoom in to this, you can see that we've got my targets to the left to trade into. So all I'd be looking to do is buy the next candle. Stop can go where the candle that actually enters me in can go below that low. And I'm basically going to be looking to trade into them targets. And look at that. TP smashed. And this is just a simple 3-step plan that anybody can trade. And it's very, very simple to trade. And I'm actually going to show you a trade now. 1 second. Let me just break these rules down for you. Range is step 1. Bang. Step 2, liquidity grab and breakout. What do you do after that? You trade into your targets to the left. Perfect. TP smashed. That's on 2 candles, and that's literally on the same day that this is set up. And these set up like 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 times per day. I've even like gone through the day sometimes and seen like 5 to 10 trades that are perfect to the plan that you could have taken. But I'm going to show you a trade that I actually took this week, and it was here. Let me just put this on here. Let me just delete these and get the rules up. I want to bring the rules with me, along with me. Like I say, write these rules down just so you've got a simple plan to follow. And where is my range? Well, simple as this. I've got a level of support here. Can you see? Support. Price acting as support, even a little bit of support here. Where are we acting as resistance? Well, I've got a bit of a support and resistance level here. Can you see? I've got resistance. I've got support, even a little bit of resistance here. So this is my range. What do I need to do after I've found my range? Well, I need to wait for my breakout. I need to wait for my liquidity grab and breakout, and then I can trade the market. So if we play this forward a few candles, have we now broke out? Yes, we have. This green candle here broke above the range. Okay, we've had the breakout. Have we had the liquidity grab? Yes, we have. Look at what this candle before did. It came down, grabbed some lows, and now the candle after broke out. It doesn't have to be on the same candle. It can be on the candle after, but you get the concepts. Range, we found it. Liquidity grab, breakout, and closure, we've had it. Here, this candle broke out, this candle took liquidity. What's the next step? It's simply just to trade into targets, which I literally just traded into these highs as first targets, and then I traded into these highs to the left as my final TP. And if we just move that to the left, they're my liquidity targets. Like I say, these aren't my ranges. These aren't my levels of resistance. These are my targets. This is a very simple strategy, and it's important that you keep your targets very, very simple. They're just highs and lows in the market, and your range is basically just the recent support and resistance that price has formed. So I would actually buy now on this candle. Stop loss can go below the range and below where the lows created, and literally TP is just on them highs. We've got all the rules. Everything's checking out, and look at that. We get the real move into that TP. And this trade actually made me like 2.4K on 4 prop firm direct accounts. And yeah, we took like $8,000 in payouts just from taking trade like this week. Okay, so this is the 3 steps simply that I use every single day. This is just like one entry in the playbook that we look for, but it works so well. And you know, look at this. There's a trade here. I showed you like 2 trades before, and I've literally just spotted another trade here, okay? Because the rules play out time and time again. Let me show you. Where is the range? Well, I've got resistance here. I've got support here. Look at this recent price action of resistance, recent price action of support. What am I waiting for now? Well, we know the rules now. We don't need to keep them with us. We've got the range. Now we need to wait for the breakout. Have we got the breakout yet? No, we haven't. We need to wait for that breakout. Have we got it yet? No, we haven't. Have we got it now? Yes, we have. So if we go on to the 30 even, you can see, have we got the breakout? Yes, we have. So we've got the range. It works on the 15 and the 30. It's not just the 15 it works on. It's also not just the 30 it works on. I use this on both the 15 and the 30-minute time frame. And you can see we've got our range. Have we got our liquidity grab? Yes, we have. Look at this. Price took liquidity up here, and then price closed below the range. So we've got the range, we've got the liquidity grab and breakout and the closure. All I'm going to do now is sell. Stops can go just above the range, and I can look to trade into my targets to the downside. So 3 steps and an entry and TP smashed again. I've literally just showed you 4 or 5 examples of this working out and 4 or 5 wins. And this is in the same like 1 to 2 days of price action. And like, we're not even picking these out. This is just like off one set of price action that's in front of us, because I wanted to show you that it works and plays out not just on the 15, but the 30-minute too. And like I say, take this into your own trading now. And what we're going to do, we've gone over the strategy, because most of you here probably don't have a simple strategy to follow. Now you've got a simple set of rules to follow and take into your own trading. Okay, not only take into your own trading, but before you had no profitable strategy, therefore 0 payouts. Now you've got a profitable strategy. So you've got one piece to this puzzle to start getting payouts. If you want to start making that, 5, 10, 10K plus per month in trading, one piece is done. You understand now that you need a simple set of rules that is as mechanical as possible that you can follow every day. But like I said, that's just one piece. And with this, you can make some consistent gains. You can go away, you can trade it. You'll probably make some money one day, you'll probably lose money the next day. But without now a profitable, without which basically you had both before, no profitable strategy, no profitable prop firm plan. With an easy prop firm plan now, with the strategy I've just shown you, it's going to make getting these payouts and then getting to that 10K per month with prop firms so much more easier and so much more simple. With a profitable strategy on its own, you might get a payout here, a payout there, but now you need a plan to take forward, and I'm going to show you that in detail right now. So let's not waste any more time. You understand this, replay back and go through the trading strategy side if you need to. Like, start from the beginning and go through this like quick 20-minute 3-step trading strategy right now. And what we're going to do, once you've mastered that, it's now time to get onto the easy prop firm plan to follow. Because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to scale properly, what to do in the different stages, and how you can scale into that 10K per month trading with prop firms alone, okay? So yeah, as you did with this, make sure you're writing notes on this as well. And it's going to be so good for you all to actually take away both of these and then start getting some payouts for yourself. Because like I say, I've done this with myself. Look at this. It's not just like I'm talking random words. I've done this with myself. I've made over 100K in the last 12 months with prop firms alone. I've done it for many other people in my one-to-one mentorship. And yeah, they crush it now because they understand these two things. So yeah, let's get on to the next part of this video / mini course of an easy prop firm plan to follow that you can use with the strategy that I've just shown you. Okay, so I'm going to bring you over to this now because people think that, they've got a profitable strategy. There's just, okay, let me just start trading prop firms and I can start making my 10K a month that I've always wanted to make, or 5 to 10K a month, whatever your goals are with prop firms. And that's what they think. They think, I've got a profitable strategy. Let's just go into this now and make money. And it doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work like that because there's stages to it. And that is exactly what I'm going to break down for you now, because I don't want you just to come into the markets thinking you have like a simple plan to follow and you're going to go straight to stage 3 here and start making 10K per month. Because like I've already mentioned, you progress to this over months, not like days or weeks. So right now, most of you here watching this, before I obviously brought down, that's why I wanted to break down as well the profitable trading strategy first, because that's what you need first and foremost. You need something to follow day in, day out. And before that, none of you had a trading plan. None of you had consistency. So hopefully from what I've just shown you with that 3-step strategy, you can actually get out of this stage 1. And you don't instantly just start making money. You need to have the plan and you need to stick to it. And you need to be consistent with it. And that is how you get out of stage 1. You buy, for example, one eval, which is like $50 or $60. You can actually get a $60 account with Lucid Trading if you use code JTC. Go and get a $60 account because they're like 50% off with JTC. You may as well. And you want to use a cheap account. If you have no plan, have no consistency, and you're a losing trader, okay? It's not a bad thing being a losing trader. You need to learn. But if you're in that stage where you've not made any money, you don't understand anything about trading, you've got no plan, go through the plan and strategy that I've just shown you, get more consistent with that, and then you can buy literally one eval, which you need 6% to pass with Lucid, the Flex account, and you can prove your consistency. You can go from not having any consistency to proving that you're consistent just from making 6%. Use that first 1 to 3 evals after you've learned a little bit of a strategy and after you've got a little bit more knowledge to actually get that consistency, because most traders try to rush to this And what ends up happening, even though they have a good strategy that works, they rush it, the money and payout focused, and all results go down the drain and they end up losing a lot of money, a lot of their own personal money. And this is why I say to you, just buy one eval for like $70, $80 maybe, whatever it is, and aim for the 6% by trading the plan, literally the plan that I've just shown you, or a plan that works for you, whatever you want to trade that's consistent. Prove you're consistent by making that 6% over a month or even a couple of weeks. So you can say to yourself, okay, I'm not making money. I'm going to now make that 6%, and then I'm going to do the same again on the funded stage and get out of this. Because right now I'm making $0. And the way to get out of making $0 to making that 1 to 5K per month is by trading consistently, making the 6% and passing one account, and then and then continuing that and then getting a payout. Because once you've made 6% on the eval and you passed it, you need to make another like 3 to 4% to get a payout. Obviously, you need the days, but you need that 3 to 4% to get like a 1 to 2K payout. And just do that and prove to yourself that you can stay consistent through the evaluation stage into getting a payout. Because once you do, you'll sort of prove to yourself that you can be consistent and you can start making money from trading. Because once you've stayed consistent to something for long enough, that is the proof for you. And it gives you the motivation then to get and stay in this stage 2. And once you get out of stage 1, stage 2 actually isn't that difficult. You basically just need to do and continue doing the same things that you did in stage 1 to get out of it. So let's say that you get out of stage 1, staying consistent. The way to make 1 to 5K is basically just continuing to doing the same things. Maybe get another account in there. So instead of making 1K per month on one account, you've got 2 or 3 accounts to trade. So you're making like 2, 3, 4K per month. Stage 2 is basically where you're making like 1 to 5K, but it's very inconsistent gains. So you might one month make 0, the next month make 3K, the month after that make 1K, and then you might make 5K the month after. And the only difference, there's not much difference from getting from stage 2 to stage 3. There's really not that much difference at all. When you start seeing them consistent months where you're making money every month and you're getting like 1, 2, 3 payouts every single month for like 3 to 6 months, the way to go from like 1 to 5K per month to actually getting to 10K per month in trading prop firms, there's literally zero difference. You don't trade any differently. You don't risk any differently. You don't trade a different plan. You don't take more trades. You don't do anything differently. The only thing you do is trade a different number of linked accounts. And that is how you scale properly. Look at this. In this stage here, you're learning a strategy and you're trading one account. Okay? You're not trying to get payouts in this stage. This stage, you're basically proving consistency. You're trying to get a plan that actually works. Literally what I've just shown you here. I've literally just shown you a plan in the first part of this video that has made me over 100K in the last 12 months and many, many other people. So you basically just learned that in the first part of the video. That's the stage you're in. Stage 2 is where you've learned that plan and you're starting to gain a bit of consistency. But not only that, you're actually starting to get some consistent payouts. You're getting like 1 to 5K per month. And you've had that for the past 4 to 6 months. The way to go to 10K per month is literally just trading more accounts. And like I just mentioned, one account in stage 1 is absolutely fine until you build that consistency and prove it to yourself that you can trade. Stage 2, you might go from 1 account to 2 or to 3. And that way you can start getting that 1 to 5K. The only difference is, it's like I've said, it's not changing anything to the strategy or adding things or using higher risk, for example. The only thing is trading more accounts. And that's it. You know, maybe trading anywhere from 5 to 10 prop firm accounts and linking them. Because think of it this way, if you're making 3K in stage 2 and you've actually got that consistency now, if you want to, you know, let's say you made 5K one month with 3 accounts, the only way that you would have made 10K that month is by having 6 accounts linked. Simple as that. In this stage, you're just a more consistent trader and you trust yourself to start linking. In stage 1, you've got no plan, no strategy, no consistency. You're not going to link 10 accounts. It makes absolutely zero sense that traders are out here linking 5 direct accounts that's cost them over $1,000. And I say to them, you're going to lose $1,000. What is the point? Just lose $60 on a 50k flex account instead of trying to lose $1,000 when you've got no plan and no consistency. That is the only way you should be scaling these prop firms. There's no other way to scale prop firms the right way. This is literally the only way. You need a trading plan. If you haven't got one, I've just shown you a simple plan that you can start using that's going to build you some consistency at least. Once you start seeing some consistent results with that, and once you start literally get the understanding of that plan and you can execute it, well, guess what? Take a flex account for $50, prove that you can make 6%, get a little payout, and then do that consistently in stage 2 for 4 to 6 months. Because in 4 to 6 months, if you can prove it and still not spend thousands and thousands of dollars and lose thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and instead actually make some money, you might make like 1 to 2K a month for 6 months, then you've got that money that you can use, literally put it into more accounts and scale to that 10K. So like I've already said, stage 3, you might only be wasting money on 3 accounts, but you might be making 3K per month. Well, guess what? In stage 3, once you've proven yourself for that 6 months where you've not wasted money, you've actually taken money out of the market and you're consistent with the plan. Guess what? Trade 9 accounts and make 9K per month. Or trade 10 accounts and make that desired 10K per month, which everybody wants to make as a trader. And I've had plenty and plenty of 10K months. But did I get 10K months from trading 1 account? No, I didn't. Did I make 10K or 15 or even 20K per month from trading with no plan, no strategy? Absolutely not. Did I do it without being consistent yet or having nothing to trade or not even a trading prop firm plan where I'm going to be able to scale the right way? Absolutely not. The only way I did it was by trading multiple accounts. I'm literally trading 8 accounts now, and I made like 10K or 11K last month. And the only way to do that is by trading and scaling more accounts, not by trading 1, but trading more. And that's the thing. People think that you need to scale and make that 10K on 1 account. You absolutely don't. Let's say that, for example, you're trading the 50K flex accounts, and this is where the prop firm plan gets a little bit more into detail. But yet, let's say that you're trading the 50K flex accounts. And for me personally, my pass rate is about 40 to 50%. Let's just keep it simple and say 50% pass rate. Okay. So if I take out 2 evals, I'm going to pass 1. I'm going to pass 1 eval. And them 2 evals may have cost me like $150. So if I get a 2K payout, on that 1 eval, because most of the time I pass an account and it gets to the funded stage, I'll take anywhere from a 1 to a 2K payout on it. So let's just keep it quite conservative and let's just say 1.5K in payouts that I took, failed 1, passed 1, that 1 account got a 1.5K payout. 1.5K in the month, I spent $150 as well. So it's only like $1,350 that I've made overall. And that's okay for the month. But you need to remember, that's trading 1 account and that's only taking out 2 evals. Let's do this now with 10 evals. I take out 10, I pass 5, okay? All I'm doing now, if I pass 5, and I understand I'm not going to get paid out on every single eval that I pass. So let's say 3 of them get paid out, because that's probably about right. 50% I'll get paid out on. So let's do the maths quickly here. You take out 10 prop firms, 5 of them you pass because you've got a 50% pass rate, which 50% pass rate is very, very doable for me, very doable. And let's say it's conservative. You're not going to get paid out on every single one of them 5. You get paid out on 3 and you get a $1,350. Again, not even the max payout. Very low. You only need like $3,000 on the account to get this payout. But you can see that once you actually times 3 accounts now, not 1, you've made like 4K just on 1 prop firm. 1 prop firm, you've made $4,000 in pure profit. And this is why I say scale on multiple accounts and multiple prop firms. Because imagine if you have 3 past evals that get paid out on one account, but then let's say that you've got another 3 prop firms. If you've got another 3 prop firms, again, you got to times that by 3 because you're linking all the accounts through like TradeSync or TradeC like I do. And then instead of 4K, what's that? It's $12,000. And that is how you scale the correct way, using the numbers, which, like I say, I've been quite conservative with these numbers here. A lot of the time I'll get max payout of like 2K, so it'd be way more than 1,350. And again, sometimes I'll get paid out on all 5 of my accounts. Like if I show you down here, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4 accounts, one like max payout, $8,000 on 4 accounts that are linked. So you can see that $1,350 is very, very doable. And that is how you scale the correct way. You scale by understanding what stage you were in. And don't go from stage 1 to stage 2 so quickly. Don't go from stage 2 to stage 3 so quickly. If you're in stage 2 now and you're getting like 1 payout a month, stay in there for 4 to 6 months and don't waste your money. Only start scaling when you've actually got 1 to 2 payouts and 1 to 5K a month for like 4 to 6 months consistently, okay? And like I've already mentioned, once you actually do the numbers, not from trading one prop firm account, which you can make like $1,350 from, literally trading one past account. When you start trading 3 past accounts with one prop firm, you literally make 4K. And then if you trade another 3 prop firms, you make like what? 8K. And then you'd make 12K with 3 prop firms just trading 3 past accounts. So in total, you're trading 9 past accounts. Like I say, it might take you 18 accounts to get there with that 50% pass rate. But look at that. 9 accounts, quite low even. You can like trade up to like 15. There's some guys in the mentorship, Lee, who's trading like 20 funded accounts all at the same time. Once you actually get that 9 accounts, you can see they're actually making 12K per month. Only on 9 accounts, by the way. Like, let's say if you had 20, it's like 20K per month. You can see the numbers do check out. And with a good strategy, literally, which I've just shown you, these numbers here and these numbers here is what me and the guys do to make them consistent 10K per months. And now, at the end of this video, what have you got? Okay, let's just rub all this out. At the end of this video / mini course, you've got a profitable trading strategy I use day in, day out. And you've got an easy to follow prop firm plan. You know what stage you're in. You know what you need to do next. And you know the numbers now where you can actually start rinsing these prop firms if you've got a profitable trading strategy. Like I say, guys, I'm not saying you're going to make 10K per month if you've got the strategy that I've just shown you. No, you need to trade it consistently. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm not saying that you're going to make money because you've got this strategy and you understand the numbers now. Not at all. You can go away, understand the plan, have no consistency, think you're going to make money and you won't. Build the plan, build the consistency, and then take it slowly through the stages and build up to that 10K per month with ease, okay? Because like I say, it's really easy to make 10K per month with prop firms. Once you understand the numbers, once you've got that profitable trading strategy, it's quite simple to do. And look at this now. What have you got? You've got that profitable trading strategy. You've got an easy to follow plan. You know where you are, what stage you're in. Be honest with yourself. And like I say, understand the plan, understand what you need to do now, and go and get them payouts for yourself, okay? So hope you've liked this video / mini course on how to scale from 0 to 10K per month with prop firms, as well as the strategy that's been very, very profitable for me and the guys in the mentorship. So hope you've liked it. If you do want to apply for the mentorship, I'll leave a link in the bio and in the description. Make sure you go and apply and we'll be in touch with you. Hope you liked this video, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.